Bonjour and welcome or welcome back to my channel, Claude here. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Oracle of the Witch Reclaim Your Birthright by Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Meiklejohn-Free. I've received this, I had it on pre-order and it was released fairly recently in the UK, probably 2 weeks ago. I was waiting eagerly for it and I can't wait to share my views on this deck with you. As per usual, this is time-stamped, so if you don't want to hear me go on about the box, the guidebook and so on, you can just jump to the cards if that's what you're here for. Otherwise, just, sit back and relax and let's do this. So, this deck is published by Rockpool, and this is what the box looks like. Now, I really like this kind of box. It's hard. It's got the slides on the side, to push with your thumbs, which is very nice. It opens easily, and there's not much movement of the cards in it. You can tell that the word witch is glossy when the box is actually matte. And you can already see that the pattern, the palette is going to be all shades of black, greys, whites and red, which I personally think is stunning. So this is what it looks like, the box on each side. And this is the back, which I'm going to read aloud for you. So it's time for all witches to reawaken to the magic of the old ways. Oracle of the Witch has been created to empower all those who wish to explore the ancient path of the wise. It is packed with wisdom and guidance, and it can also be used as a teaching tool for both seasoned witches and dabblers. Each card has a magical message and witch tips, and you will learn how to understand both the shadow and light side of the messages. A magical incantation is also supplied to enable you to draw from and connect with the ancient wisdom of yesteryear. Discover how to harness your personal power as you forge together the mystical forces of nature in conjunction with ancient wisdom, magic and ritual. And it tells you here that you get 44 cards, which is a good number. I do like decks that go above 36 cards. 36 is really my cutoff points, so 44 is really good. So when you open it, this is what it looks like inside. You can see the pattern here. You get your standard bit of paper from Rockpool. Download your free Rockpool Oracle reading cards thing. Don't know why I kept it. I just wanted to show it to you, but really I don't. I do have quite a few Rockpool oracles. I do like them a lot. And then you have the guidebook and the cards. I'm going to put that on the side to show you the bottom of the box, which is identical to the top. Okay, so let me show you the guidebook. Now it is quite substantial. If you look at the thickness of this, it really is quite substantial, really well presented, and you can see the pattern on the pages. I like that. It's a nice touch, for the aesthetic anyway. I think it's a very nice touch. So when you open it, this is what you see. And you have a table of contents. So you have an introduction, which is about 10 pages long, and I will explain what it talks about in a minute. How to use the card, which is another 10 pages, and that includes spreads, and then the card meanings. And you can tell by just looking here that you get 3 to 4 pages every time, because it goes from 22 to 26, from 30 to 33, 33 to 36, 36 to 40, so you get quite a bit for each card. I was surprised by how thick this little book was. Pleasantly surprised, might I say. So yeah, it goes all the way up to page 185, and then at the end you've got the authors and the illustrator. So in the introduction, it explained to you who was the Oracle, the person that was called Oracle. And it talks about how to connect to this long-lost bloodline, basically, of divination and readings and channeling messages, which was very interesting. And, I read that and I thought, yeah, that's very interesting. Then there's an invocation to the Oracle. And after that, it's how to use the cards. And I mean, you know, if you're familiar with divination, you don't need really to read all of that, although it's a good refresher. But if you're not, it gives you a very comprehensive, step-by-step list of things to do. So clear the area where you'll be working, prepare the area, you know, with purification rituals, maybe doing some self-care before you start reading, like a salt bath and so on. Charge the cards and how to do so, making sure you don't get disturbed, creating an area for your card with a cloth or a card mat like I have, you know, setting your intention for your work, asking for guidance from your guides. Please just ignore my dogs, I'm sorry. Every time I record, they bark. I'm really sorry about that. And then start your reading. They talk about knocking on the deck to wake it up and shuffle it, and obviously asking your question, getting to know your deck. So, you know, it really goes in depth. So then you've got the spread. So you've got the 1-card spread, and obviously, you know, it's very good for the daily practice. Then the 2-card spread, the 3-card spreads with possible meanings for each layout. So for instance, past, present, situation, challenge, blockage, solution for the 2-card spread. And if you go to the 3-card spread, you know, traditional, past, present, future, mind, body, spirit, and so on. And then you've got the 4-card spread, so with an extra one, so past, present, future, advice. And then you have the bigger spread in the booklet, which is 6 cards, which they call the pentagram spread, which essentially is an elemental spread, because card 1 is the current situation, and then it moves on to earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. So if you know, you're beginner and so on, this really builds up, and it's very well explained, so it's of value. And then it's what they call the card collection, and it tells you the meanings. So I'm going to show you, let's say I'm going to grab number 2, let's say Hecate, because that was the theme of the Witch's Bounty this month, which I've unboxed with a beautiful pendant. So I'm feeling reading about that, because I'm going to show you what you get information wise for 1 card. I'm not going to do all of them, but I'll do one so you can see. So we've got the card of Hecate, Underworld. So you get 1 keyword underneath, Underworld. Awakened, you have retrieved the keys that will open the gate to your destiny, burn brightly. And then you've got what they call witchy guidance, which obviously would be the divination part. And then the light side, upright, unveiled, and the shadow side, unveiled, which is, you know, reversed. So as Hecate walks between the worlds, bridging the gap between the living and the dead, she encourages the ethereal whispers, fleeting dark shadows and ghostly presence in the dead of night that you have witnessed of late. Her wish is for you, your belief in the afterlife, and she invites you to journey with her to the underworld. If you feel drawn to or seem to have a natural ability to connect with the spirit world and those who have passed over into her realm, it's she who has bestowed upon you the gift of communing with spirit, and she encourages you to honor those who walked before you. This goddess of witchcraft is queen over the spirits of the dead, and her powers extend up to the heavens and preside over the earth. Hecate exists betwixt and between life and death. She moves swiftly through the night and dwells in the shadows, and she lights the way with flaming torches through the darkness as you walk with her between the worlds. She was present at your birth and will return to accompany your departing spirit when the time comes. But for now, a fascination for the afterlife and communication beyond the grave has invited you into the underworld to work a little necromancy magic. Not for the faint or fearful-hearted, the dark art of raising the dead has been used by witches as a deviant way to gain insight from the underworld, whether to predict the future, gain concealed knowledge taken to the grave, or bring someone back from the dead in order to learn their secrets. Macabre tales tell of necromancers wearing the clothing of the deceased or eating a corpse at an old ruin to truly connect and bring a spirit into the world of the living. Manipulating life and death is a form of black magic, so if you feel that Hecate is calling you to dabble in this dark art, do so carefully and wisely as you meet her at the crossroad, for it is ever-changing and the outcome is eternal. So, the light side of the card is you are at a crossroads, so choose your path wisely. The private hell you've emerged from is Hecate's gift of death and rebirth. Use your skills proficiently and in a perfect balance of light and dark. And if you get it reversed, if you read reversal, you are treading a dangerous path of no return. Focusing on the darker side of life invites in danger. You may have the power, but do you have the required control? Protection is vital when practicing mediumship, trance and black magic. So these are the meanings, and then you have an incantation for each card, and they're not all goddesses, just so we're clear, there'll be different ones. So you have an incantation, and then you have witchery, which is like a spell or a visualization, some kind of ritual to put things into practice. So, you know, it begins with goddesses, witches, but then you've got oracle, you know, midwife and so on. So I will obviously go for the cards with you to show you the diversity of the cards. It's not just about famous witches. And then at the end of the booklet you have the bit on the authors. So you've got Flavia Kate and Barbara. There were two women collaborating on this, and the illustrator is, there's no pictures, but she's called Mira Nudianti. This is her website if you are interested, and I personally think she did an amazing job when it comes to the illustrations. So let's have a look at the cards now. So this is the back of the cards, and again I really like that, and you can see you can read reversals, right? It is a semi-matte, you know, it's not matte, but it is kind of matte, and it's been beautifully gilded in red, which I love. The cardstock to me is standard from Rockpool. I have a few of them, as I said. It's really nice, it shuffles nicely, and you can see it comes back to shape very easily. And the size of the cards, they're oracle decks, so they're bigger than tarot, but they're not overly big. So to show you, I've got an average size hand, and this is how they sit in my hand. So let's begin. So you've got your first card, and this is Diana, and it says wisdom. Let me try and zoom in on the cards a bit. Yes, that's probably good like that, right? So you've got Diana, and what I like is, you see the aesthetic, it's so nice. So then you've got Hecate, underworld. Number 3 is Aradia, magic. Now obviously the artwork is something very personal, you know, you like it or you don't. I really like the artwork. This is the oracle, knowledge. I think the artwork is very pretty. I also like limited color palettes, so I love things that stay in the same you know, all black and white or all greys or sepia, and I like the fact that this has red added to the blacks and greys. Number 5, midwife, birth. 6 is the herb garden, medicinal. Oh, and that's her, I've just realized. 7, spell casting, manifestation. 8, high priestess, conduit. 9, high priest, authority. 10, familiar spirit, assistance. 11, crystals, amplification. 12, hagstone, protection. I think she's phenomenal. I really like this with the hat. 13, candle magic, intention. Now there is a similar card in the what is it called? The Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle, which I use for my daily readings at the moment. And I'm wondering which of the two I prefer, actually, whether it's the Oracle of the Witch or Samhain. But anyway, card 14 is sigil, symbols. 15 is crafter, creativity. 16, not magic, binding. 17, forager, self-reliance. 18, Maiden, Innocence. 19, Mother, Fulfillment. I think that's a very pretty card too. And I like the, you know, triple goddess sign there. I think it's very nice, the willow tree. 20, Crone, Death. If I look this fabulous when I'm old, I will be very happy. 21, Elemental Magic, Nature. 22, The Old Ones, Honoring. 23, Weather Magic, Manipulation. 24, Cures and Remedies, Healing. Look at that. Look how pretty this is. I wish my bathroom looked like that. 25, Kitchen Witchery, Recipes. Love the cauldron. Also love the fact that there is a card for it, you know, recipes, like spells, rituals, that kind of thing. I think that's nice. I like seeing cards like that. Not just always deities or witches that you can call upon. 26, Pentagram, Talisman. 27, Moon Magic, Phases. 28, Scrying, Divination. 29, Witches' Runes, Foretelling. 30, Witch's Script, Secrets. 31, Grimoire, Authenticity. 32, Puppets, Sorcery. 33, Moot, Gathering. 34, Sabbats, Celebration. 35, Coven, Dedication. 36, Ritual Magic, Initiation. 37, Casting a Circle, Boundaries. 38, Charms, Enchantment. 39, Witch Hunts, Persecution. 40, Witches of the Craft, Proficiency. Look how powerful she looks. 41, The Horned God, Virility. 42, Magical Tools, Magnification. 43, Magical Clothing, Empowerment. I'm happy to see a card like this as well in the deck, because I do believe that what you wear is obviously how you express your own personality, but it can also be very empowering. I know I feel differently according to what I wear, and I mean, this dress is phenomenal. And 44, Sacred Sites, Intensification. Also love that, the idea that, you know, if you go to special places, you know, you feel how it amplifies the energy when you're trying to do a ritual. I really like that. So there you have it. I really love this deck. I've got to say, I have been using it a lot for myself, for shadow work. It's, you know, showed me quite a few things, made me aware of a few things that I'd locked up and didn't want to look at. So I really like the fact that it was quite direct, but I do feel that the guidance in the guidebook is amazing, and, you know, I like their idea of adding a bit of witchery there if you want to try a ritual or something, you know, to amplify what you found out with the deck. It shuffles beautifully. This is a deck that I can see myself using for quite a while now. Yeah, So I really love it. So let me know what you think. You know, do you have it? Are you planning on getting it? I know it was not very expensive. I believe because I pre-ordered it, I got it for £17, English pounds that is. But to me, that was a really worthy investment. I'm so surprised at how much I love this deck. So yeah, let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you and talk about cards. So whenever you're watching this, I wish you an absolutely beautiful and magical day, and I'll see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.